You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents live on this Tuesday, March 8th. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
And happy belated birthday, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, and if it's your birthday out there, too, happy birthday to you as well. We're not forgetting about you either. It is Tuesday. That means it's another edition of Tap Out Tuesday, Tap Out Tuesday happening in the 8 o'clock hour with Tucson Games and Gadgets. They're going to be back in studio, giving up to $100 in gift certificates away. We got that going on as far as listener bait. Greta Van Fleet tickets we're going to be giving away today. Tune in around 7 a.m. to find out when I'm going to play Greta Van Fleet. If you win those tickets, you're going to qualify to win front row tickets. So everyone that wins a pair of tickets for Greta Van Fleet this week.
All that sweat.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Right
I said in my
ya.
little promo. I'm like, you're going to get so close, they're going to sweat on you. You're going to love it.
Like SeaWorld.
Oh, yes, exactly. Like, I think that was spit that went in my eye. Oh, my God, I'm in love.
Greta Van Spit.
Yeah. That, plus we have tickets for Hugh and a whole bunch more. So that's what we have for listener bait today. I'm punch drunk this morning. I got, lack of sleep. I'm a maniac. I watched the Batman yesterday. I woke up to the news that Pima County is dropping mask mandates within their city buildings, which is a big deal as we move forward past pandemic, but makes me question whether, that the trucker convoy is a little too late. They're like fighting against COVID regulations that seem to continue to get dropped left and right, so by the time the trucker convoy makes it to DC, will there be any COVID protocols in place? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention, but it does seem like things are getting back to normal. I think we still have a mask policy in the building here at Arizona Lotus, but for how long, I don't know. And how many people are actually like living up to it and following it? That's another debate altogether. I know I forgot my mask, not on purpose. I just don't have one right now. Like that's how like infrequent you have to wear a mask nowadays. Like I don't even mind wearing it. Honestly, I don't mind covering up my face. It's kind of like a pleasure to kind of hide behind this.
But you got such a good beard.
I do have a good beard.
Why would you hide it?
Well, you know what? I also have good breath sometimes. And and a lot of people, you can't smell your own breath unless you're wearing a mask. It kind of cups it. And then you have that. Yeah. Like I enjoy the gum that I buy, Rico. And I feel like I get my money's worth when I wear a mask while I'm chewing a fresh piece and then my eyes get all watery. Like I just had a glob of wasabi. That's a good feeling. It's like cleaning out the sinuses.
Dude, wasabi gum. That's a good idea.
Oh, they have it in
Do
Japan.
They?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, in Japan. They got everything in Japan.
Yeah, there's wasabi flavor everything in Japan. I've had wasabi Kit Kats. Those are bomb.
Wasabi Kit Kats?
Yeah.
What?
They sound disgusting,
I'll try it.
But it's bomb.
Okay.
It really is. So let's not start talking about food because now I'll be distracted by that all day long.
We went from trucker convoy to wasabi Kit Kats in like 10 seconds. That's what kind of morning it's going to be.
Welcome to the ADD show.
Yeah.
Where we talk about everything and we talk about nothing at the very same time.
That's right.
Yeah. But no, we do have a lot of things lined up and morning more on coming up next, but I'm trying to get my train of thought again as we get prepared. No, see, I completely lost my train of thought. It is the ADD show for sure. And that's just me being punch drunk. Oh, saw the Batman yesterday. That's what I was going to talk about.
What'd you think?
I thought it was super emo, man. And it was good. Don't get me wrong. It's a good Batman. Robert Pattinson is a decent Batman. I'm not 100% sold. I thought the universe that director Matt Reeves created with the Batman was stylistic. It was realistic. It was set in a modern day reality. I thought it was going to be set in the 80s, but no. It was even more realistic than Christopher Nolan's Batman as far as how could a Batman exist in a world today.
Right.
I thought the villain, with the Riddler and Penguin, those were both grounded in reality. That made it very enjoyable. I thought the performances were really enjoyable, but goddamn emo Batman. Like Batman's crying. Batman looks like it's My Chemical Batman. He has the emo haircut and he's just pouting and he's not even brooding. He's pouting. There's a difference between pouting and brooding.
There is.
And I didn't even consider that until I saw Emo Batman. And I'm like, man, this guy is just like, shut up.
He's listening to more Nirvana than me when I was a teenager.
Yeah. And well, they did play Nirvana,
they did
throughout the movie, and it was excellent.
In the way.
Yeah, it's such a heavy song, and it fit the movie perfectly in the soundscape of everything, and definitely laid out the emotion of the film. So I thought the music selection for the film was really good. It was just that one takeaway was Robert Pattinson, who I adore as an actor. I think he's good. But he was too much like Edward from Twilight. And then he was also, a little too skinny, too scrawny for Batman. I don't know. Do I need a bulkier, buff Batman? I need a believable Batman. I don't need a Batman that's 160 pounds, wet and wearing boots. I don't need a Batman that looks better in a bikini than Catwoman. I don't know.
You just sound like a disappointed father right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's Batman year 2.
Too sad and too weak.
Let's just hope.
Send him to the military.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just hope that Batman year 3 he discovers a HGH or something and bulks up a little
gigantic.
bit. Yeah, because if he comes across Bane, dude is done. There's just no way skinny, anorexic, emo Batman.
Well, there might be emo Bane next time.
Yeah, that's a universe.
Sad, emo, pouting Bane.
Well, I guess it'd be realistic, but still. I mean, overall, I'm going to give it a B+.
Okay.
Yeah, which is an enjoyable film. It's 3 hours. They do a lot of character work. They lay the foundation for future villains to make their appearance, like the Joker. Spoiler alert, you don't see the Joker, but you get the implication that the Joker is coming, and that's cool. And there were some other hints through there that we'll break down in the podcast broadcast, including going to the website that they mentioned in the movie that you could actually go to in real life, and it gives you kind of Easter eggs. Ooh. So yeah, we're gonna go check out ratada.com in podcast broadcast a little bit later on. But let's get things moving. I still feel good. I'm not gonna whisper. I'm not gonna cry like an emo Batman. We're still gonna keep that high energy rock and roll comedy show moving forward. We got the Pretty Reckless happening after STP and your morning moron coming up next. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Let's go. Let's go. I gotta go cry right now. I'm so in touch with my emotions. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast stream. Joining me still is Rico, who just came back from working out. Just working on them gains, boy.
If by working out, you mean holding the gas pump and crying.
You know what?
Yeah.
I know. It's so expensive. You know what we have to do after your 75 days hard? Because how many days in are you on this extreme?
44, I think.
44 days.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Thanks.
All right. But after 75 days, you're going to have to take your shirt off for the streamers, man, to show these gains. You got to see, what you were and what you turned into. And I have to double time so I could start getting into take my shirt off in front of other people.
I'll put my Venmo up there too, just in case.
Yeah.
You want to show some support, man. I'll do some pec flexes.
Yes. Good morning, everybody on the stream. Keep those comments coming. Powers, I sent you an invite if you want to jump in, geek out on the Batman a little bit. A big thank you to Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets for doing Tap Out this morning with us. And he told me something very cool. He said the last time he was on the show, they had 15 people run up to him at Tucson Games and Gadgets saying, I heard you on the radio, man. And it was all different ages. And he was blown away at the response, which is amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What up, Trent? Good to see you, bud.
Us.
If you saw the Batman, what would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10? That's your rating review. We want to know what our streamers think of the emo Batman, which Powers and I saw just yesterday, and Enrico saw last week. And we have the same kind of takeaways. And you know what? Like I said, the Ratada. Let's go to this website. Ratata. Let's see. Ratata. Batman. Let's see.
La Ratata.
How do you spell it?
Yeah, make sure you're not going to some like crazy like dark website where it's all just gross
I know.
prank stuff.
Yeah. No, I'll figure it out, hon. Was it Ratatata? Yeah.
Just got to go to Google. What's the Batman nerd cider everybody's going to? Thank you.
Right.
Ratatatatata.
There it is. Rata Alada? Yes. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, check this out. This is cool. This is an Easter egg that they direct you to when you see the movie. The Joker gives an actual website, a website that Warner Brothers allows you to go to. And then these right here that you're seeing are Easter eggs. Okay, so each one, I saw a video yesterday that kind of broke it down, which I thought was really cool. Now, these are dates. Okay, so I won't recall right. Oh, shoot, it just went. Well, all those dates were like to certain comic book releases of Batman. One of the dates was actually the movie release of The Batman. These are all Easter eggs introducing different characters. Arkham Asylum is going to be an HBO Max series that is going to be on HBO Max, kind of like giving backstories to these villains like the Riddler, the Joker, Two-Face, and that's what we can expect in the Matt Reeves universe of the Batman. So knowing all this makes me excited about the franchise and this new world that we're going into with Matt Reeves. But the overall takeaway from the Batman was like, this emo Batman is still kind of weird. Maybe he'll mature with age. I'm not giving you any. There's not spoilers. I'm not giving you any spoilers. Did I mention? Maybe I did one spoiler, two if you count this website. But I'm gonna click for a reward. You want to see what the reward is? This is the Riddler's. Oh, you can't see it. So what you're gonna see here? Let me show you.
Gave you a little pop up.
It did. It gives me a code. The Riddler. I got to decode it.
For Applebee's.
That's what it shows. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Why don't you be like drink more Ovaltine?
Well, let's get back on the air, though. All right, no more spoilers for the Batman.
Oh.
I did mention Joker, and I apologize.
Oh, no.
But we're not sure it's Joker, but it's probably Joker. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's the podcast broadcast. Rico and I are hanging out. I got Powers backstage. He's going to geek out on the Batman with us on the podcast broadcast stream. But first, I came across a story that made me reminisce about when I was a young man working at Dunkin' Donuts. All right. I always figured out a way to get extra tips from the customers. And the way that I did this is I would come up with like a clever little note attached to a tip jar, like an angle, like, help me feed my 10 starving children. And I was like 17 years old.
Guilt tripping.
Yeah, or just joking, where it's an obvious joke, but add a little humor to it.
Yeah.
Give an angle, people would chuckle, throw an extra $1 into the tip jar.
Sure.
And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because there's a Starbucks employee who came up with this idea. They capitalized on a celebrity beef. That beef is between Pete Davidson and Kanye West.
Oh, I see.
All right, yes. So what they did was, and this is brilliant, and if you're in customer service, I suggest you do the same thing. They put out 2 jars, one for Kanye West with Kanye West's face on it, and one for Pete Davidson. And then it basically said, tip the one who you're on the side for in this beef, Kanye or Pete Davidson. Which one would you rather tip? Now, the Pete Davidson tip jar is clearly in the lead, making all the money. But still, just seeing that angle of a tip jar got people chuckling and reaching in their pockets to add more money. Yeah. So like anyone, if you're a barista or any kind of service where there's a tip jar involved, just add a second tip jar, put those 2 faces on it, and then sit back and become a millionaire because it's a brilliant idea.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done anything to kind of get yourself more tips? Any angles like this?
No, nothing like that. Usually just do a dance.
You just do a dance.
Dunkin' Donuts. You want to see a jelly roll? Something like that.
Yeah.
You got to make that noise too.
Oh no, I know. Like I said, I worked at Dunkin' Donuts.
Give me
I
$1
showed
just
the
to
jelly
shut up.
roll. Yeah, it didn't work for me though. They would throw quarters at me. Tell me, pick it up, fatty. Pick it up. See, that's like a sit up. See, I'm doing you a favor. All right, let's go to the phones randomly. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Hey, this is Amy.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I know we're at the Human Being over on 22nd and Wilmot. They do that. They'll put out 2 different jars and say like, oh, do you like cheeseburgers or chicken nuggets better. They'll compare it to something different, and then they get their money that way too.
Really? See, that's brilliant. Also, all you gotta do, it's the 2 tip jar theory, and essentially people like to cast their vote, but they do it with dollar bills.
Tribalism.
Yeah. And I always put $1 in each one, so.
Oh, that's
nice.
That's not fair.
Extra
Well,
karma.
That's nice, but I mean, they're not going to know who the winner is at the end of it.
I know, but yeah.
Shout out human being.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
All right, take it easy. All right, keep those phone calls coming in, 600 KFMA. We're going to keep the conversation going on the podcast broadcast stream, where you can join us visually on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page or youtube.com/BeefVegan. And if you're twitching, Beef Vegan Presents. We got music on the way from Guns N' Roses and Godsmack. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1. Clear. All right, still punch drunk on this Tuesday morning. And let's say hello to Powers.
Boom! Bow!
What up?
How you doing?
Does that
Bam,
work?
bam. Coming in with the high energy. I like it.
Yeah.
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 See,
I'm
all you
already
have
gonna say. I already want to save you a second.
write that down. That's funny. Vegan. Yeah. All you have to do to get tips is put some butthole eyes on a tip jar. Just put 2 buttholes on a tip jar and call the tip jar Pete Davidson and watch the money come in.
Cha-ching.
Yeah. Brilliant. All right, without spoilers, I think we had the same.
Well, wait. Let me say something. So he didn't actually spoil anything. That was just Beef accidentally.
Yeah.
Instead of saying the Riddler, you said the Joker, because the Joker doesn't send you to any website. That's what you said. So no. He just means the Riddler. So the Riddler's the villain. He's just getting confused.
In the show open, I did mention that we see the Joker.
Allegedly.
It's possible. No, I actually know who the Joker is now, who the actor is going to be.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, in the Matt Reeves series. And I think they're going to show this in Arkham Asylum, the HBO Max series. And I'm excited about this guy. You've seen this guy before as well. I'm going to pull up his image.
He's that guy. He's like that actor. You're like, oh, that guy. Like, he's a good actor.
Yes.
What do I know Joker or what do I know the Riddler from anyway? That actor.
Paul Dano, that guy's in a lot. He's always playing like a creeper. He was in There Will Be Blood. He was in that one.
That's what. Yeah. Okay.
He was
That's
in
what
Prisoners as like the kind of like antagonist. I was a creeper as well.
Yeah.
He's been a lot.
He's
He's
such
like
a thin-lipped little creep.
Yeah, he's a creep.
Yeah, this
guy,
Barry Cogan, we still don't know how to say his last name, but you've seen him in a lot of things.
Dunkirk and
yes,
Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Yes, and he has like serial killer eyes, right? He looks like a creep, and so when you see like the makeup, you're like, okay, oh, I can see this. I can see this guy pulling off Joker.
Do we need another Joker though?
Yeah,
Powers?
we do.
Do we?
Yeah, look, man, it's just gonna happen.
I know.
Like it's an
I'm
amazing fictional character.
You can't
it's
have
just amazing
Batman.
how some people they put the Joker like you're doing like even like, oh, do we need the Joker? Like, because it's supposed to be like so, like such a big deal.
Well, it's a yin and yang to Batman.
Yeah. You can't have Batman without the Joker.
I have how you don't know the Joker's identity, like supposedly, like you really don't know the Joker's identity.
Right.
In a lot of these things, even in the comics, right? They just did a great thing in the comics where there's the concept of it's been this one guy who then infects other people, and then that person just becomes the Joker. And that's why you've had the Joker that's a mad scientist, the Joker that's a comedian, the Joker that's a criminal, the Joker that's a serial killer, the Joker that kills children. Like they're all act differently over the years because they kind of, do all that.
Right.
That's why I like the Killing Joke. Like he was a disgruntled, failed comedian and had that whole arc. But then they have like he said a multitude of different takes on him. And
so they've made what's it called? I don't know because I'm not by a real microphone. I use my iPad. So they've made kind of the Killing Joke like more of the Joker's origin now in the comics, like in DC Comics, which is kind of neat. So I love that concept of Joker, but it's almost the same thing with Superman. Like I love there's a Superman TV show. And they didn't go, oh my God, but he's Superman. He's so special. No, let's try it. We've got Henry Cavill Superman, and we got this Superman, and we'll get Supergirl Superman. It's fine. You can't revere these people too much. Okay. That's what people do with these roles.
Well, real quick, and just to wrap up our Batman conversation, so we don't do a full hour of Batman. which is fine
We
to do.
can.
But I know
We can.
we could geek out on it for sure. But on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you review this Batman movie? I'll start with Powers.
I will give it a 9. I'll give it the 8 something to 9 because I think I'm kind of with you. You gave it a B plus. I kind of agree with that because I was thinking about it later, and I'm like, all right, was this even a Batman? If we took Batman out of it, could this have been just I'm a detective, I do this stuff? And it's like, no, there was a lot of Batman in there. There's a lot of Batman lore, a lot of the villainy and all that stuff, the city itself. So I did like it, but I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, I still think I like Dark Knight better.
Yep.
Like, as a Batman superhero movie, you know? And I think that I just do. And even Heath Ledger still is that Joker is excellent to watch and entertaining. So yeah, I don't know. I'll give it I want to give it that. I want to give it a B plus. I don't have a number. I'll give it a B plus because even a 9 sounds too high.
9
An
is an
8 sounds
A.
too low.
I said B plus earlier. What do you say, Rico?
I say strong 7.
Right, you're going
strong
lower,
7.
lower than 9. A strong 7 is good, and
Yeah,
that's 70%, if you will.
Because I didn't walk away to the parking lot wanting to be Batman like other movies.
You wanted to be Batman every time you watch Batman?
The Dark Knight. Come on. I came out of that theater like, I can't wait to go to the gym again and just do some karate and do some stuff. This one, I was like, I'm kind of sad and like,
After watching this Batman, did you feel motivated not to work out anymore? Be like, I'm way too buff. I need to just
maybe I need to listen to more Nirvana in a
I need
basement.
more eyeliner in my life. That's what I need.
Yeah. That was one of my Halloween
That's so funny
costumes.
because he uses the black makeup to be Batman, but then when he's done being Batman, he's just sad from The Cure. He's the guy from The Cure.
This is Robert Smith.
He is Robert Smith.
Cool. Okay.
He looks like a young Robert Smith in this.
Cool, bro.
Yeah, emo Batman. And that's essentially, there was no distinction between Bruce Wayne and Batman, which Powers and I talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of brooding, a lot of pouting, and a lot of crying.
Well, somebody said it was kind of like that was good that they did that in a way because like in the other movies, he's like definitely years ahead of what happened. And he's like, he knows to be the playboy.
Yeah.
This one, he's kind of learning. He has to merge those two identities in different directions.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe that was a deliberate
like
choice.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, either way, yes. I'm in between both Powers and Rico. I will say 8. Because it was entertaining for 3 hours, for a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, it didn't feel like 3.
Yeah. And I will say that I am excited about the possibilities of this Matt Reeves Batman universe and where they might go. I thought it was, based in reality more so than Christopher Nolan's trilogy. Like I said, it seems more realistic, more current, more modern, which I thought was surprising because I thought they were going to go like an 80s thing, and it was year 2 Batman, so there's a lot of room for growth,
right?
So it'll be interesting to see where it goes from there.
Somebody mentioned how cool it would be if they like we talked about Superman, if they made a Batman Netflix style series, like the animated series, but made it like a real life one, and they have like Batman, Nightwing, Robin, but they make it like really well made and like episodic. That would be dope. Instead of like redoing all these movies over and over, it's like just make a freaking series.
Right.
I think they will. Mm-hmm.
All right, let me show you a viral video real quick. This kid is in a wheelchair, but he wanted to date a girl. He wanted a girlfriend, right? So he came up with this amazing viral video to attract the opposite sex. Check it out. It's an application to be your boyfriend. He's Jimmy. He's 4'7", but he's 6'4" standing. See, he has premium parking always. These are just different aspects of things you could expect if you date Jimmy. Got the key to the wheelchair swing and the key to your heart. That's pretty smooth. And then he's showing off a wheelchair bound student has racked up more than 12 million views on TikTok with his boyfriend application. So 12 million views, there's going to be a lot of girls sliding his DMs, especially with that underwear shot.
Rolling into
Jimmy's
his DMs.
showing. He's like, yeah, I might not be able to use my legs, but check out this third one. This one works just fine. Last August, the 21-year-old Australian broke his back and was left paralyzed. So he wasn't born in this way, but he's learning to adjust and make the most out of it, which is a very positive story.
Oh, yeah.
And his love of life seems vibrant as ever, with thousands of women commenting that his application had been approved. And look at that. All different types of women just jumping all over it. So it's like, if he wasn't in a wheelchair before, he'll be in a wheelchair after because he'll be exhausted. You know what I'm saying?
How are we going to make a joke about this without it being, you did it. Well done.
Thank you.
Hats off. Hats off.
I'm gonna put you backstage again, Powers. We
Okay.
gotta get back on the air. I'll check back in with you momentarily. Todd, if you got any viral videos, please feel free to join the chat as well. Do a little TV time because I miss you, buddy. I miss you, Todd. Miss you. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're just hanging out on the podcast broadcast. Just chatted up with Powers on the Batman, and of course got Rico in studio, who's 41 days hard.
The terminology. It's amazing.
Yeah. What would you like? My daughter wants to start going to a gym.
Mhm.
And she basically wants to drain my bank account, which, frustrates me. Like, God damn it. That costs so much money. And going to a gym and maintaining the gym membership is the most difficult thing, right? A lot of people sign up for a gym and then not go. So
Sure.
I told my daughter to look for apps for women to work on workout routines, any kind of workout app for women, any free apps, and to start doing that. And then once you start building up at home, a little workout routine, and show that you're sticking to it, then I'll invest in, some kind of gym. But I'm not necessarily happy with any of the gym selections or choices by my area. But the good news is my daughter has been taking to jogging outside now. I caught her the past 2 days going outside and actually sprinting back and forth.
I caught you.
Yeah, I caught her. Now it's motivating me. I'm like,
Nice.
damn.
Yeah, it's contagious, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what started your workout kick? Was a heartbreak and you're just like, you know what?
Oh God, that's always part of it. You know what I mean? Like having that whole it's a lot of boredom, or sometimes a good challenge to kind of spice up your mental state a little bit. You know, something to kind of get you into discipline.
So
And it's nice.
Mike's giving a word of advice on the stream saying don't auto pay a gym membership. So this is a question I want to ask you. Survey says real quick, 600 KFMA. How many months did you pay for a gym membership where you didn't show up for the gym membership? Right. I know a lot of you guys had that auto pay, annual pay. How many months were you paying for a membership and never even stepped foot into it? What was the longest streak?
And they're just like, thank you for the money.
Right. I know a Planet Fitness I was paying for 14 months. 14 months.
Wow.
A monthly fee of $10 or no, $20 a month. And I didn't step foot in that gym for 14 months. Until I realized that was automatically coming out of my pay or my bank account, and I was just getting fatter and lazier by the day.
Like, can I get a refund because I didn't show? They're like, no, bro.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So 600 KFMA, 605 362. Can you beat 14 months? Anybody else admit? I mean, make me feel better about my financial choices. In unrelated news, it's Taco Tuesday today. So. All right, let's hit the reset. We'll be back with some fun facts for you on this Tuesday morning, and we'll continue the chat with Powers, plus play some more favorite clips from earlier today on the podcast broadcast stream. We'll be back right after this on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. 14 months is no joke either. That was legit. Are you a member of a gym, Powers?
No, I want to do it again though.
You're so fiscally irresponsible that I just assumed that you were. You're like, yeah, I've been paying for 5 years.
And the worst part, it's in New York. I mean,
exactly. Rock 102.1, who's this?
Hey, this is Adam.
Adam, what's the longest?
Hey, on that gym membership thing, before we moved to Arizona, when we were moving, we were paying for a gym membership for almost 4 years that I didn't even know we had.
Oh, no.
Ouch.
4 years. Do you know what that added up to?
No, and I don't want to do the math because it was like 30-something bucks a month. So there's no way I won't even know.
Oh, no, I'm doing the math.
Good God.
I'm doing the math.
You're mean. You're mean.
Yeah. So here's what we got, Adam. This is going to be brutal, but so let's say it was $30 and then times that's 48. So that's 4 years, $1,440.
Oh, that's great. $1,400 is not in my pocket.
Ooh,
yeah, that's wonderful.
You might
not
not
have made my day.
Sorry, bud. Yeah, you might not have lost weight, but at least your bank account got lighter.
Can I write that off on tax?
Well, they did say you'd lose. They just didn't say what.
Exactly. Appreciate the call, brother.
Yeah, have a good morning, guys.
You too.
Thank you.
I was a part of New York Sports Club, like when I lived in New York City, and it was like $300 a year or something like that. And then when I was moving away, they're like, no, you're not allowed to cancel this. And I'm like, I'm moving away. I will not be living in the city anymore. Well, we have a policy. I'm like, no, you have to let me cancel this. I will not be like a fight.
Yeah.
They're psychotic.
Yeah, once you get locked in, and that's another thing where I'm just like, I was looking at different gyms in my area, which I don't have too many great options. The closest one is Vasa Fitness on Grant and Avalon. I don't want to park my car there, and go in with my little gym shorts and whatnot. Plus, I just hate like big crowded gyms, but they have a payment plan of like $10 a month, right? That's just like get in and then do whatever, but you can't have this, and this. But you have to put $100 deposit down to do the $10 a month. So it's essentially $240 a year.
Annual fee and all that stuff. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Brian says he goes to Platinum on the east side and he loves it. I'm an idiot, Dale. I don't know. I just wasn't paying attention to that. And since then, since I made these mistakes in life, I check my bank account regularly now.
Yeah. There's an app.
Oh, yeah.
For exactly that. There's like some app or some program you sign up to check where all of your payments are actually going. Because so many people
bullshit apps you have.
Yeah.
I have like one photo editing one I got on. I like it, but it's funny because it's like $5 a month. And I'm like, I'm just passively using that every once in a while. I'm like, one of those things.
All right. So here's what we got to do. I'm going to put you backstage again real quick. Powers, we got to hit the reset. We're going to be back with more Beef Vegan Presents. But earlier this morning, we did crazy Florida Man, Morning Moron. I don't have set up, but I do have, we did have a good round of F My Life as well. And went a little something like this.
Get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, Rock 102.1 KFMA. Time for another round of F My Life. These are unfortunate situations emailed to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give me a call right now, 600 KFMA at 600-5362. Weighing in on these FMLs today are Rico and Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. First one sent to me by Heather. She said, yesterday I was seriously angry with my husband and was making valid arguments as to why he was wrong. He just started kissing me, and then we ended up getting it on. He knows how to win every argument, and I fall for it every time. F My Life. For Heather, what do you say, Shane?
No, it sounds like everything is going just as it should.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm like, wait, where's the twist on this?
I know.
That sounds like every relationship ever.
Right. I know her husband's not complaining for sure. So yeah,
Right.
Big baby. All right, next F My Life situation sent to me by Janet. Said, today I had to explain to a hospital social worker that my young son is not abused. He is just rowdy, and he knocked himself unconscious and shattered 4 teeth in a bizarre stunt involving a tree, my ironing board, a mop bucket, and lots of duct tape. I'm not sure the hospital believes me. F My Life. I'll start off with Rico on this one.
The cost of that alone. Yeah. No.
Yeah, F My Life. Shane, what do you say?
F My Life, because it sounds like you're raising a young Steve-O. I wouldn't want to be there.
I know.
Yeah, that's how it is when you have boys, man. I was so fortunate that I had a daughter. But yeah, little boys, they just mess themselves up continuously.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Nikki sent me this next email. She said, today is my boyfriend and my 3-year anniversary. We decided to give each other something that we really needed. I bought him $300 worth of books that he needed for college. He surprised me with a workout video and some exercise equipment. F My Life for Nikki. Shane, what do you say?
Well, maybe F your relationship at this point. I don't know.
Yeah, that quarantine weight got us all. What do you say, Rico?
Yeah, FML. Time to break up and get jacked.
No, that's what you did, huh?
That's right.
On that 75-day hard. All right, 2 more left real quick. David sent me this email, said, today my mom visited. Even though I live under my own roof now, I caught her continuing her old habit of throwing out any clothes she thinks makes me look, quote unquote, gay. This is David's mom doesn't want, like, she doesn't know what the good fits are nowadays. What do you say? Is that enough my life, Shane?
Yeah, that is enough my life, man. Everybody wants to get out from under their parents' influence eventually, and I would definitely grind my gears.
Right. What do you say, Rico?
Big baby. Just do what you're gonna do anyway.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Your mom's not like David's mom, or she would have threw that shirt out. That's for sure. Okay, never mind. All right, go. Final off my life of the day. Ben sent this one. He said, today my colleague rushed to the hospital for the birth of his first son. Having met his wife at the Christmas party a couple years ago, I called to congratulate her. Shame I didn't realize it was his mistress having the baby. Guess who broke the news to his wife? F my life. What do you say, Shane? This is a heavy one, too.
Well, F your coworker's life.
Yeah.
And hey, it is what it is. That's crazy.
It is what it is.
What do you say, Rico?
It could, I guess it could get worse than that, but yeah, sure. F them out.
Oh, it's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
The next day at work is going to be extremely awkward. So definitely F my life, Ben. Thanks for sharing that. Keep those emails coming in, beefvegan@kfma.com. There's your F my life. Now it is Tap Out Tuesday. So when we return, we're going to be chatting with Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets to talk about this new board night that they're coming up with, and also give you an opportunity to win up to $100 in gift certificates by playing another round of Tap Out. All that more coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents, so don't go away. Does it look like I got titties?
Everybody has titties, bro.
I don't know, man. Welcome back. It's Beef Bitch Tits Vegan here on Rock 102.1.
That.
Yeah, no, I mean
negative
I do. Watch. I'm in this.
You're not going to flash us in studio right now. Don't you dare.
I'm not flashing you. I'm just saying it's. Like, you can't tell with this angle, but if I
your titties look good right now.
Well, yeah, because it's only the top part of my titties. The bottom part of my titties look like titties. Let's see. Oh, there we go.
Pectorals.
See, I gotta flex them. I gotta suck them in there.
You got to put a song on and do like a sync dance to it. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
I mean, where's your nice jacket? That fit.
The jacket that covers my bitch tits.
You had a new look. Now you look like a UFC fighter about to enter the ring.
Well, yeah, because I got a large with this hoodie, thinking like, yeah, I could do that, I was wearing a large before these titties grew. Now I'm like, oh man,
is that from all the push-ups?
No, see, I got to just do more. I'm back to 100 a day is my goal, and then working out everything else too. But I'll be honest with you, I haven't really been doing it. I'm slacking. I started off with 20 yesterday, and I was like, then I went to the movies, and then.
Do you need me to call you and just berate you?
Yeah, pretty much, man. Because I'll tell you what.
Listen here, bitch tits.
Yeah, you are like personal trainer. You're inspirational because 41 days straight. That's insane. That what you've been doing.
I'm a little insane.
Yeah. In fact, let's pull up. Do you have another one of your stories on Instagram?
Nothing. I mean, just I'm keeping track. They have a cool app to keep track of everything, which I love.
Yeah. So again, just another recap of Rico. He does this 75 hard is what he's doing. He's drinking like 2 gallons of water, 2 workouts a day, a strict diet, basically low carb, regular stuff. Yeah. You know what? Christina, my girlfriend loves me, but I don't think she loves these titties. And like there is
sounds like a country song.
She loves me, but at the same time, I feel like there's parts where she like pokes at my stomach, and there's some things where I'm like, I'm definitely not feeling like the stud that
She did food check you at the movie theater.
Food shames me and food checks me all the time, man. All the time.
I do have to say, I think we ate too much popcorn yesterday. Because my God.
Popcorn
I couldn't breathe for like a couple hours when I got home.
Then you got the popcorn shits.
Yeah, I think I went from a B cup to a C cup after that popcorn. Legitimately. All right, so let's go. We're going to Rico's story here. Where's your 75-day hard thing?
Oh, there's a bunch of bullshit in between it, but yeah, there's like a daily recap, obviously.
Yeah. The daily recap is what I want to see because he always has good notes that he puts in there. I don't
try to make it cheeky. It can either be that annoying guy, like, look what I did today. But if you add like a little humor to it, it's always fun.
Right. Let's see.
Always.
Showing your food. Eating like a maniac. Look at all that broccoli. You're disgusting.
Broccoli's great.
My girlfriend's watching. You're annoying right now. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if you like the pitch fits. But I'm working on those push-ups.
You had asparagus in the pan with seasoning and like coconut oil.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
you can eat that every day.
Okay.
So wait, do you do all the cooking too? Are you cooking a lot?
Oh, barely. I mean, usually I just have like pre-planned stuff or like like those healthy meals.
Oh,
or
we're going back
protein shakes and shit like that.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We got Powers joining us via live stream, and you can hear us on the radio as well. It's time for some fun facts. You want some fun facts? I came across these, and these were really interesting. We're going to learn a little something today. And what I'm learning here is I think I closed out my prep sheet. So, yeah, nice. That's a fun fact.
Oh,
fantastic. Okay. No, God, I'm so bad at radio sometimes.
You're like Ron Burgundy without his teleprompter now.
Yeah.
Like,
what are the fun facts that I know? I got moobs. That's a fun fact that I'm dealing with right now. I'm currently in the middle of a midlife crisis, looking at my breasts in the live stream, being like, I don't know. I'll see firm. All right, here's a fun fact. At the end of 1993, there were only 623 websites, most of them porn. But now there's somewhere around 2 billion websites. Most of them still porn.
Nothing has changed.
The first song to hit number one on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2 different decades was, if you were to guess, what? Like a popular song would be number one.
Is it an Aerosmith song?
It is not, but that is a good guess.
Maybe Prince?
Prince is a good guess too. But you guys are way off. It was actually Rupert Holmes with the Pina Colada song.
Oh,
yeah. Wow. This happened in 1979. And he kind of got it on a technicality because he released a song in 1979. But the second week was in 1980. So yeah, he crossed over, and that was the first number one hit song. Snapchat's founders tried 34 projects before they created their social network. They were like, how can I send a D pic and have it be deleted so it doesn't come back to haunt me?
And you can't screenshot it.
Yeah. And Snapchat was born. So it was all because they just wanted to send DLD pics. And the final random fact today, the world record for the loudest shout belongs to a woman in Northern Ireland. She hit 121.7 decibels, which is as loud as thunder or a chainsaw.
She's an X-Men.
She is an X-Men. Yeah, wow. She has a superpower. And the ironic thing about this is when she broke the record, the word that she shouted was quiet.
Oh, the irony.
Yeah. Oh, the irony. All right, we're going to continue the conversation on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page and youtube.com/beefvegan. We'll be back with your beef tip right after this. Keep it right here. There. Here's something that I didn't get to mention. NBC's doing a Survivor style type show with 100 contestants on an island for 50 days. Like, we're so close to reality shows that will actually kill contestants.
Exactly. We're that close. We're so close.
Yes. And this sounds like that. It's called $1 Million Island. And instead of like 16 or 20 contestants, it's going to have 100. They're all going to be stranded on a deserted island, like a la Lost, for 50 days, and rather than the typical 39 or 26 for Survivor. And the way that it works is they all have bracelets, and every bracelet is worth $10,000. Now you can see where this
battle royale.
Yeah. Yep. Right.
Oh my gosh.
At this point in your life, would you ever sign up for a reality show like this?
Hell yeah.
You would.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Rico would do good.
I'll be killed off first.
No, you do good. You're physically fit and you're handsome enough as to where people want to bang you. So they
in fact, as of right now, because you're currently in a state of limbo, trying to be like figure out what your next move, you haven't really
Murder Islands. That sounds legit.
No, just being a reality contestant. Like right now, I think you're in like peak form. You're to be a reality contestant. I think I would like to manage you.
I want to see that a little hurt, so you're detached enough from reality,
right?
That you're cold-blooded enough to win.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know he had it in him. He just stabbed that guy with a spear and laughed.
It's like he doesn't feel anything.
I just want to see, like,
look, he's posting an Instagram about it.
Right? He's doing a story with Metallica?
You're just damaged enough.
Right. Just the right amount.
Yes.
Perfect.
You're hitting that reality.
Pre-sociopath.
See, I've been told I would still maybe want to do it to do Big Brother. People tell me, like, you should go on Big Brother.
You'd be great
and
on there.
and I would probably do okay on Big Brother.
Yeah,
But,
why?
like-
What makes you think you'd be good on Big Brother?
I don't know if I'd be
great.
good. I've never really watched it. I don't know. But everyone tells me like, yo, you should go. You'd go. I think you'd do okay. I think this. I'm like, I don't know. Because don't you have to be cutthroat in these things?
Yes, I don't think you could be cutthroat. That's
no,
the thing.
I don't.
But then you can use that to your power, though. Your advantage. It's like the underdog or
I have
subversive.
that. If I
Yeah.
want to win a thing, I do want to win it.
To do like Big Brother, you have to politic and be backstabbing, right? Those
Yeah.
are two qualities that I don't think you have. You could network. You're a good networker.
I'm good at
I don't think you're
networking.
a politicker.
I'm good at charm. I'm like a bard, really. It's really that. But when it comes to stabbing in the back, no.
No, but at the same time, you know, they can vote you off, and you know, sometimes you have a little too much energy for most people. So living in a house with them, you know,
Absurd.
I wouldn't.
What do you mean?
They voted you out immediately. So it'd be like hour 2 and be like, can we start the voting process?
They're all just high. They're just like
For the
"I
first
can't handle
24
that."
hours, you have to sit here. This guy hasn't shut the fuck up for 23 and a half hours.
Exactly.
We're trying to cut the commercial.
Right.
With the premise of that show you're talking about, though, so they have an ankle, and then what? They have to like compete against each other.
What for
The one you're talking about?
Yeah, no. So the premise for Survivor Island or $1 Million Island, everyone starts with a bracelet that's worth $10,000, and contestants can gain or lose bracelets through various challenges. But whenever a contestant leaves the island, he or she chooses who gets the money. This is where you would do good, Rico. You know, using some of your charm and good looks. Like Survivor, the grand prize is $1 million, so you essentially have to be the last person standing because it's 100 people with $10,000 each.
Squid Games.
And despite some of the superficial differences, it doesn't sound much different from Survivor. And the press release calls it an intense competition. The strength of your personal bonds are just as important as being the ultimate player. So we don't know when it's going to air, but that's something that they're working on that you're probably going to see on these reality things.
I think Dale here has a better idea where since he's misspelled the Bachelor to be the Bachelor, we need a Batman style.
Batman Bachelor.
He needs it. All right. He meets 9 different Catwomen.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's got to pick which one best broods well with him.
Who can get to my heart first?
That's right. Who could get to my heart? It's made of cold, dark ice.
Who else doesn't have parents?
You know, growing up, I was told a lot from my friends, people who knew me in high school, that I should be on the Real World. Real World was the big popular.
Started everything. Yep.
Yeah.
I think you'd be on good on the Real World.
Well, I applied to be on the Real World. Actually, I auditioned to be on the Real World.
How funny.
Did you actually get to the audition?
I actually got to the audition. So what happened was, this is very strange. I was dating this girl in Flagstaff, and she wanted to audition for the Real World. Hey, I know. I was actually dating. And so we drove down from Flagstaff to Tempe, Arizona, and they were doing live auditions at this bar. And so when we got there, there was still a line, and we waited in line. And when we got up to the front of the line, they're like, sorry, we're not taking any more applications. We're full. And we're like, oh, man, we just drove down 2 hours from Flagstaff. And we're like, oh, well, that sucks for you.
Tough luck.
Yeah, we have no more applications. We're not taking any more. And I'm like, okay, well, can we go inside and grab a bite to eat at least? And they're like, oh, yeah, come on in. So we came in, we went inside the bar and we sat down. And so I came up with an idea. So I went up to the producer's table and I'm like, oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I was so excited when I got my application that I spilled my drink on it. Can I get another application? And they're like, well, you spilled your drink on it? And like, yeah, you know, I'm just so nervous and excited to be able to audition for the Real World that I just knocked over my drink. And they're like, well, where is it? I'm like, well, the waitress took it. Yeah, grabbed it and threw it away because it was trashed. And they're like, well, okay, here you go.
Damn,
so they
son,
gave me the application. Now, here's where I fucked up. I should have gave that application to the girl I was dating. It would have went a long ways. And she probably had a better chance at that time of being on the Real World because she was a virgin. She was this cute blonde virgin. And they always casted a virgin, right?
Alleged,
yeah. And she was at the time and still continued to be by the time I was done dating her. So But me being all like, oh wow, it worked, and my girlfriend at the time was like, you should do it. You got this application, you fill it out. And I was like, because at first I was like, here, you want it? And she's like, no, you do it.
You're the star.
And then without hesitation, I'm like, okay, shit, I'm supposed to be a star.
Right,
I've been told this by many people. 7 people told me I should be on the Real World.
Should be on the television.
This is a sign. So then I fill out the application and I get called in, and what it is, it's like a group interview process, right? So we sit down with 2 field producers at a table, and there's about 10 of us all sitting around and they're asking us questions. So then it got to me, they started asking me questions. I essentially took over the conversation. And then the other people who were auditioning all started asking me questions. And then the whole conversation of the 20-minute audition period was all focused on me.
Wow.
So when I left there, I felt pretty confident. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call that. But I forgot one important factor. And it's so important when it comes to television. You have to be good looking, and it just wasn't there, I was just a goofy looking bastard. I looked like Jim Brewer at that point.
Oh God.
I mean, I wasn't as stocky, but still goofy looking dude with no chin. So yeah, I was not made for TV, and I did not get the call back. Yeah. Like I said, the girl that I was dating at the time probably would have had a better chance. And I think it was going to be for Real World, either Chicago or San Diego.
But isn't it? I'm kind of glad it didn't, because you'd be watching that show at home looking like, there's my girl getting surrounded by.
This would be a much worse story.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean at the time it would hurt, but in retrospect, be like, yeah,
Just
dated that girl.
Golden platter. Yeah. All these chads.
She's like, see that girl who lost her virginity on reality TV? I helped that.
I helped her. That was me.
She waited. She chose not to bang me.
Right?
She waited for national exposure.
And I'm real happy for her.
In a way,
yeah.
Totally.
No, glad.
Yeah,
That's
good job.
ridiculous.
But it's funny thinking what that was back in the early aughts, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was
when they all had that monolithic style dude on there, like the blonde beach guy.
Yes.
Okay. So
they hit their formula pretty hardcore. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at the time I was a rapper. I had a band. Ooh. I had still the voice. It was distinctive. I was a self-proclaimed man whore who was dating a virgin. They found that very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was part of the angles that.
I'm Brad. I'm just into purity.
Pretty much. I didn't have the name Be Vegan. If I had the name Be Vegan at the time, maybe I would have had a better chance.
Right. Well, if they're bringing it back, it's full circle it, baby.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's audition. I'll audition for Murder Island. You go for Real World. Complete your destiny.
All right. That sounds like a deal.
I'll audition for Supermarket Sweep.
There you go.
Yeah, they need to bring that back.
I'm so pissed off
because
they had the Family Feud auditions my mom brought up, and getting the entire family on Family Feud, and we were that close to making an audition tape, but they put it all on me. I'm like, why don't you be the creative? You write everything. I'm like, but it's a collaborative effort. I can't. I was just not in the mood.
Right.
But I'm like, we could have met Steve Harvey. We still can.
Yeah. No, that
would have been fun.
I think your Nana on Family Feud is money.
The classic.
Mm-hmm.
Just say something outlandish in Steve's face. Just.
Yeah.
The hell?
I gotta get ready for our beef tip. Let's see, 2 more things I didn't get to touch on. No, that was this. Yeah, no, that was no. A woman lost her iPhone, found it 10 years later, stuck in her toilet.
Generation 1.
Right.
Hell yeah. Vintage.
Unfortunately, iPhones don't go up in value as time goes on.
Right.
No, especially
it's a collectible.
Right.
Yeah, especially when they're soaking in shit.
Look, it's got a poop emoji. Oh wait, that's not an emoji.
That's literally poo.
All right, real quick, here's our morning moron. We'll be back with the beef tip. Keep it right here. Rock 102.1 KFMA Beef Vegan presents That's Pretty Reckless with Death by Rock and Roll. It is now 6:17 and time for your morning moron. Let's do this. Based off this headline, guess which state this morning moron is from. Here's the headline, Rico. A naked guy pooped on a glass table on his neighbor's porch.
South Dakota.
Swing and a miss.
Damn.
Oh, you should have guessed Florida. Oh, who would have known? This 64-year-old guy in Clearwater, Florida, named Ken, got arrested on Friday after using his neighbor's front porch as a bathroom. Now, we don't know if they're beefing or what, but my guess is that he had a problem with them. But last Friday, he walked up to the driveway naked in broad daylight naked. All right. Saw a glass table on the porch and said, I'm going to poo on it. And that's what he did. Now, it's not clear if they caught him in the act or not, but their security cameras got it on 2 different angles, to which I bet they were regretting having 2 security cameras. At this point, that's something you only need to see from one angle.
Yeah.
You know? But, yeah.
Could be a good Ring commercial.
I'm like, where is this footage when you need it? Great Ring commercial. Get the Ring camera. Catch your neighbors pooing on your porch.
What kind of form did he have? Was he doing the whole squat? Like, what was going on?
Yeah, I think he had a good squat going on. He's 64 years old, so I don't know how well his knees bend. But, yeah. Maybe he was just standing upright. He was Toto pole pooing.
Oh, God.
Well, cops showed up. They arrested him the same day for criminal mischief, which might have just been a fine, but he was already out on bond. So charges actually escalated from there. He got arrested back in December for drunk driving and, quote, discharging All right, and there's about like 10 more poo jokes there. We got 5 seconds going to our beat.
We met our poo quota today.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're almost out of time. I like to thank everyone for listening to the show. As always, don't forget, tomorrow morning, you're continuing to listen for Greta Van Fleet, because when you hear them played, be caller 10 during my show. You'll win tickets to see them November 9th at the TCC, and it will qualify you to get those front row tickets, which we'll announce on Friday. We'll also have tickets to The Who we just listened to this morning and discovered, even though Powers is a massive fan as well. They're coming to the Rialto. I'll be giving away tickets for that, and it's Wednesday. We have other stuff to give away as well. Before we get out of here, though, let me give you a beef tip. Now, Reddit thread was going on asking the question, are you too old to play with toys? Now, I know that. Yeah, Powers just saying no.
Laughing like a maniac.
Right. Well, yeah.
The next Batman villain right here.
And so the question is, what is a gift that you'd love, but no one would consider getting it to you because you're an adult? If I ask you that question right off the top of your head, what is a gift that you would love to receive, but nobody would give it to you because you're too old? I'm asking you. Yeah,
me specifically? Oh, geez. Know what I'm not a fan of? Onesie pajamas. Those seem to be the trend these days.
That's
not a fan.
With the little butt
I only have 2 or 3 sets. I have nothing.
Right. Well, some of the top answers will make you reconsider, like remote controlled cars, art kits, Legos, and candy. These are all items that, even though you're adult, you would still kind of love. So
100%.
Yeah, my beef tip is to you, if you have a friend or a loved one that's celebrating a birthday here soon and you don't know what to give them, go old school. Give them something they could play with.
Nintendo 64.
Yeah, Nintendo 64 would be awesome. A badass remote control car would be dope. Lego set, those Lego sets are meant for kids, but man, they're way too hard for kids. Hell, they're hard for adults. Get that Death Star Lego kit. That's something that will keep them busy for the next 3 years.
Yeah, it only costs you $600.
Right. Well, like I said, it's adults buying other adults things. So that's my beef tip. And you know what? And don't be afraid to play with toys, because
right.
Our friend Powers here. His entire room is full of toys, and he's the happiest guy I know.
I can't afford to drive anywhere anymore, so I'm going to be playing with toys all day.
All right, we're going to let Powers get back to playing with toys. Thank you guys so much for checking out the podcast broadcast. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/beefvegan. Riley's up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come and
thanks for watching, guys. As always.
Yeah.
If you mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.